Sorry, I made some errors calculating, but we'll report it this way. Isn't it obvious that there's something wrong with this report? I don't know what happened, but it ended up this way. Okay. I can't wait to see what happens after this.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Tom. I'm 35. My colleague Toby and I are competing to see which one of us gets to work faster. Time to accelerate. Yay! I win!
That's not fair.
It's fair. All right, you win 1,227,800th place.
Why are you making the slowest person in this nation? Besides, we were supposed to power walk, but you were sprinting.
We were having fun doing such a stupid competition first thing in the morning, but I have a concern. Hey, Tom, will you please help me out? Sure. Are you sure? What do you mean? I can help. Thanks as always. Don't worry about your evaluation. I guarantee it. Okay. I hope you're right. What? Sorry, I made some errors calculating, but we'll report it this way. I mean, isn't it obvious that there's something wrong with this report? I don't know what happened, but it ended up this way. That's not possible. I tried my best to convince Harold to correct the report, but he wouldn't listen, and it was reported as is. Harold wins the highest achievement award. I was just doing my job. Tom, you scored last place. I hope you do better next time. Damn it. I guess there are some who get the highest achievement award and some others who score last place. Harold, may we have a word from you? Oh, I wish I knew what it's like to be defeated.
Tom, where are you going?
Since I scored last place, I'm going to go get the bouquet to give Harold, the person who deserves the highest achievement award. Tom, you should never give up. What a fool! He doesn't even realize that this is a trap! I can't wait to see what happens after this. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! Harold did not correct his mistake or clarify what happened with the report, and the annual meeting was over. I'm the #1 sales rep, Harold! To be continued to sanction. Huh? Why isn't the 30% increase applied to my base salary as the prize for the highest achievement award? This isn't a funny mistake. Those bastards from General Affairs.
Thank you for calling Trubbas Corporation. This is Melanie from General Affairs.
This is Harold from the sales department. Why didn't I get my 30% increase for my salary? I got the annual highest achievement award.
Please give me one moment.
Hurry up! You hurry up! How much longer are you going to hoard the ATM? I'm going to kick your butt. I'm sorry.
Thank you for holding.
What took you so long? A scary guy just yelled at me because of you.
I'm sorry.
So what happened? Money! My money! Money!
I went ahead and looked into it, but Tom is the associate who won the annual highest achievement award, so he received a 30% increase on his base salary.
What? Did you say Tom?
Mr. Harold, you scored the lowest place, so there's no way you would receive the pay raise. My General Affairs manager asks you to please kindly refrain from such financial imagination and stop asking disgusting questions.
Why is that? I was supposed to have won the annual highest achievement award.
I wonder how much more you can hold yourself.
Your face is turning red. Let me tell you that I've been winning this whoever falls first when standing on one foot on a chair game 168 times, while you were only able to win 166 times. Tom, you bastard! Oh my goodness! You took my 30%. That's my 30%. What? But you... Oh, I've achieved so many contracts thanks to the fact that you've been dumping all your tasks. What did you think? I've been handling 2 men's worth of tasks. But those were supposed to be counted towards my achievements. What? I can't hear you. I guess the truth will always be recognized. My hard effort was recognized, and that's why I won the highest achievement award. So, please continue to dump all your tasks. I'm not gonna forgive you! I'm the one who's not going to forgive you! You credit thief! What are you talking about, Tom? You can't make others misunderstand this situation, or else! Or else what? Stop! You're being too loud! You won that status after making me handle all of your work! What are you talking about? That's not even true! I waited until the very last moment! What did you wait for? I don't know what you're talking about! I waited for the moment you confessed the truth out of the sense of morals. Don't you feel even slightly guilty or sorry for what you've done? What were you going to buy with the 30% pay raise that you earned by stealing your subordinates' credit? Is that food going to taste good to you? Were you gonna buy a birthday gift for your daughter with the money you earned by stealing other people's credit? How do you feel about yourself? Shut up! You're not making any sense! I'm not guilty! You're just envying me because you got last place!
Hey, Miss Townsend, the convict is over here.
Stop! Don't call her over!
The credit thief is over here. You better get here, he'll run away. Everyone, this is going to be an interesting show.
Toby, you have nothing to do with this!
Shut up! I just want to enjoy the pleasure of tormenting you while I stay in a safe zone.
By the way, everyone is aware of this except for yourself. What? If you recall, at the time you were receiving the award, no one in that meeting room was smiling, right? I guess everyone looked like they just finished their night shift or something. Everyone was looking at you as if they were despising and loathing you. Couldn't you tell? Oh my goodness, I thought everyone was just being jealous. But then why? Why does everyone know about this secret that was supposed to be kept between the two of us?
What's the point of asking that question?
Oh no! Miss Townsend!
Miss Townsend, Harold, the lowest achiever of our company, has been harassing Tom, our highest achiever.
Toby, stop talking to her!
Why didn't you report it?
Huh?
Why didn't you come report about the discrepancies on your end?
Miss Townsend, this is a misunderstanding. You just need to listen to me.
And yet you choose to continue with your lies. How much longer are you going to humiliate yourself?
That's right. You're a millefeuille of humiliation. That's not true, Mrs. Townsend.
All of us, including myself, have seen you ask Tom to handle your tasks.
No, I deny that fact. Besides, human memory is not reliable. People mishear and misunderstand, and those mistakes are what cause innocent people to be found guilty. Sorry, I made some errors calculating, but we'll report it this way. Yikes! Were you recording our conversation? I've been preparing for this silent revenge this entire past year. I made sure I was ready for this. At this point, you have no choice but to admit to what you've done. You're not getting away. Do you understand?
Sorry, I made some calculating errors. These words indicate your consciousness about the fact that the reports were not accurate. Is there anything else you would like to say about this?
If you had that evidence ready, you didn't have to interrogate me like this. You guys are terrible people! What the heck is wrong with him? You guys all keep saying that it was Tom's credit, but I was the one who gave him those tasks to handle. It was my credit to begin with. That's right, and the moment you gave me your tasks, those tasks belong to me. To add, I was the one who taught you how to handle those tasks. This means that any task that's handled by you would be considered to be tasks done by me. That's not true. You're not making any sense.
Let me remind you that I was the one who taught you how to handle your tasks. This means that all tasks handled by you should be considered to be tasks done by me, right? Are you okay with that?
Of course not. Why would you even say that?
Why wouldn't it apply in my case, but apply to yours?
That's not what I'm talking about. Yes, you are. You were the one who came up with that idea. That's right. I remember perfectly now. Tom offered to gift his credits to me.
What?
I never said that. Why would I ever gift my credits to my boss after working so hard?
Let's just pretend that he offered to do that, but your associate's credit should still belong to that associate.
I get it. I get what you're trying to say, but Tom insisted.
You are Tom's direct supervisor.
Yes.
This means that it's part of your job to make sure you guide Tom towards the right direction if he ever makes any mistakes or comes up with the wrong idea.
But Tom was insisting so badly.
Does this mean that you would allow your team to conduct wrongdoings if they insist on doing so?
Ms. Townsend, I would never gift my credit to my boss.
Of course not, I know that.
Oh, Ms. Townsend.
Everyone in this company is aware of how greedy you are, Tom.
Why do you have to put it that way? Did you just say that everyone is aware?
Out of all people, Tom would never offer to gift his credit to others. You should have come up with a better lie.
I know she's on my side, but why do I feel slightly hurt every time she makes a comment about me? Damn it, what a shame.
That's right. It's such a shame. Now, I need you to admit what you have done.
I guess this world is all about favoritism, right?
What?
Ms. Townsend, you're clearly showing favoritism towards Tom over me. Of course my opinions won't ever matter.
I would never change my opinions or decide whether to listen based on favoritism.
I wonder if that's true. I know both of you guys are both single. Single, that is. I'm sure you guys are hyper aware of each other's presence. What?
You bastard.
Ms. Townsend and Harold continued to argue for a while after that. What makes him think that he still has the chance to get away with this? I don't get it. Oh, I've had enough of this.
Right back at you.
You said that it's part of my job to guide Tom in the right direction if he ever makes any mistakes, right?
Yes, I did. What about it?
In that case, doesn't that apply to yourself, too?
Of course it does, and that's exactly why I'm spending time talking to you right now, no matter how much I feel that this is such a waste of time.
Is that it?
What?
You only talk about reprimanding, but what about supporting?
I would understand if you made a genuine mistake that caused Tom's achievements to be calculated as part of your achievements, but were aware of this discrepancy and continued on with it for an entire year.
You also never decided to confess or report the discrepancies, but chose to keep those achievements that truly belonged to me.
And once we questioned the matter, all you've been doing is giving lies and excuses.
Once you realized that we had evidence, you've only been insisting on fiction that can't even be proven, as if you're telling the truth.
There's no way I could take your side or give you support.
What you've done is theft, even though what you stole wasn't a physical object.
No matter how many excuses you give, you never corrected the discrepancies, and you asked for a raise. And those are facts that you can't change.
You keep talking as if you're in the right, but what you've done was to make me commit this sin this entire past year before you're prosecuting me only after I've gone this far. If you truly cared to guide me in the right direction, you wouldn't have done this. What you did was to harvest the evil and call yourselves heroes after catching that evil. You should have been caught the moment you stole the credit.
Despite that we gave you enough time to correct yourself by coming forward with what you've done, you never did that.
This conversation is going nowhere. You're the one who's not even willing to listen. Anyways, I was the one who received the highest achievement award, so you guys can't take that back because it's already given.
That's just your opinion.
You're not going to gain anything from arguing any further, so you might as well stop here. Don't you have a family?
You need to start admitting that Tom was the one who's been getting all those contracts before you say and act, or else you're only digging yourself a deeper hole.
I'm not surrendering. I already have a plan.
Another evil plan? What are you trying to do?
Say whatever you want. All I need to do is turn a lie into the truth. What do you mean by that? As of this morning, I reached out to all the clients that you've been handling to tell them that I'm the point of contact for them moving forward. All of them. What?
What a terrible move. I wonder what kind of life you've had so far to even come up with an idea like that.
All I have to do is handle all those clients, and I have the right to claim all of those credits. What a game changer. The truth can always be generated from a lie. So now, the top sales rep, Harold, will... Harold, this is bad. Oh, is it about the meeting date? Let me handle the call. No, that's not it. AA Corporation just called to say that they would like to terminate their contract with us if Tom isn't going to be their point of contact. What? Harold, I got a complaint too. BP Pulp Company also said that they would like to nullify our contract if Tom isn't going to be assisting them moving forward. How dare they? Another complaint. CC Corporation also said that they decided not to move forward with signing their contract with us. They said they know who Harold is and that they hate him, and that's the reason why they'd like to cancel this contract. They also said that the email was such a last-minute notice and that the contents were insincere. They were strongly against the idea of moving forward with the contract with you. Oh my goodness, why? What did you think?
You didn't even care to explain what happened, and we switched their point of contact without prior notice. It's a huge deal for our clients.
There's no sincerity, and most importantly, Harold, you don't have the necessary skills. Shut up! This is ridiculous! This wasn't how things were supposed to go! From that point on, we continued to receive complaining phone calls from almost all of the clients who received Harold's email from this morning. And of course, this incident was made aware by... Is Harold here? Oh my goodness, Mr. Davis! We've been getting almost all of our contracts voided after you've taken over those contracts from Tom. This isn't what it looks like. Tom said he has way too much burden for him to handle, so he asked if I could help. Is that true? Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Let me tell you the truth. So Harold stole all the credits from Tom. I have evidence to present.
Why'd you have to tell him that? Of course we'd tell him the truth. Not only did you steal your team's credit, but you caused over 30 business partners to terminate their business with us. You've completely jeopardized your job over this. Make sure you start gathering your belongings so you're ready for the moment to come. Tom, come with me. You and I will be going to all of our clients' offices to apologize for this chaos. I'm sorry to cause you trouble. No worries, Mr. Davis. I'll be happy to come with you. Mr. Davis, is there anything I can do? Just make sure you gather your belongings. Oh my goodness, gather my belongings? Does that mean... Wait, what does that mean? Miss Townsend, what do you think he means? I'm getting transferred, right? Please tell me that I'm getting transferred and that's the worst case scenario. Maybe Mr. Davis simply thought that my desk was just a little messy, so that's why he said that. That's possible. Miss Townsend, I need someone to agree with me about that possibility. Answer me, Miss Townsend.
This is enough. That's not a possibility at all. You're going to gather your belongings and be ready to face your consequences.
Oh, no! Harold lost everything he had after pretending as if he made a mistake of accidentally taking credit from his subordinate. Mr. Davis and I were able to get back the contracts from our clients after our sincere apologies. But the damages caused by Harold were still significant. He was transferred to a branch with a manager who was known to be extremely strict, as he now has to work hard to make up for his past laziness. I just wanted a 30% raise, that's all. But why is this happening to me? As for me, I was given the highest achievement award and also promoted to take over Harold's position. If anyone ever steals your credit, you need to gather evidence and retaliate. Trouble Busters!
Melanie, my dear. Finally home, eh? There's something we need to take care of right now.
Huh?
Please, right this way. We've come to take custody of the furniture, among other things in this house, ma'am.
What? No, just wait a minute. Hey, Dad, I'm home. Oh, darling sister, welcome home. Melanie. Ever dull, ever boring, ever unchanging Melanie. Huh? Living at home without getting married at the age of 30? Man, you really do have life frickin' easy. It's not that I like being single, nor do I want to be. I guess that's true. I should have known there would be no man in this world who would willingly marry you. How dare you? There's a line in this house, sis. I'm just speaking the truth. That's not true. Hey, Mark, let me ask you this. From your perspective, what kind of woman does Melanie seem to you?
Hard pass. Huge hard pass.
What the? You have no right to tell me such hurtful things, Mr. Mark. But you ought to hear the opinion of others, right? Well, maybe it's too late for that. My name is Melanie, and I'm 30 years old and also single. I currently live with my father, Malcolm, who is 63 years old. Father manages an apartment building, and we live in one of the rooms that he manages. And I have an older sister, Sarah, and her husband, Mark, who live nearby, but as you've seen, they're unfortunately quite a toxic couple of bastards. By the way, where's Dad?
My daughter and her husband visit me together.
Dad, my darling, I stopped by today to ask you for a favor.
Oh, shoot.
We're thinking of sending our daughter to a famous private kindergarten. I'm sure she'll get in, since she's got her cram school seal of approval.
I see. Then it's all right.
You'd think so, huh, Daddy? But it isn't.
Huh? I will help you as much as I can, but there is a limit, you know.
I know that, Dad, so I talked it over with Mark here, and we came to a fairly reasonable decision.
And what is that?
We're going to start living together with you.
Huh?
What? We can save on utilities and that kind of thing if we move in with you, can't we? That's why we think you ought to leave the nest, Melanie. What the? And just how long do you think you're going to sponge off poor Dad, eh? The underlying reason why you can't even get married is because you're staying with your parents. I think this turn of events would also be good, Melanie, and her current, predicaments.
Well, if that's what Melanie wants, I understand, but... Excuse me, Mr. Allison. I brought a box of beers. Could you maybe help me carry it inside the house? Yeah, sure, my boy.
So that's that. You should pack up whatever bullshit you have and leave. As much as I would like to help out, I simply can't, you see? It's bothering me too, you know. What? How long are you expecting to siphon Dad's money and spend on your own life, eh? I want to benefit from it too, anyhow. I can't. Anyone who's a frickin' parasite to my darling father can get the frick out. I'll take the rental income. Oh no. As a matter of fact, Dad's been telling me you've been annoying him. To be brutally honest here, he never dared say it to your face, but Dad would say such a terrible thing? So get the hell out of my house.
Sorry for leaving in the middle of something important.
Melanie seems to be planning to leave, Dad.
What? Really?
Indeed. I'm sorry for everything, Father.
Oh, my dear.
And just like that, it's decided. This is so great.
Mr. Allison, why don't we all head out to eat now? Well,
I won't be joining you, Father. Please go and have your fun. I've been enough of a burden to you.
honey, no.
I was so mad at Sarah for calling me a parasite to the father I care for so deeply. And the fact that she knew absolutely nothing about how I was of help to him, but I had no idea that Dad actually thought of me in the way she told me. I tried my best to manage the apartments, and yet, I can't do it anymore. I was so shocked, and I left home that day to stay at a hotel in the center of the city. That night, I received a phone call from Father.
Melanie, darling, where are you right now?
Father, I've got to run an important errand, and I won't be back tonight. Just make sure you lock up the house before going to bed, okay?
My dear girl, did something happen to you?
No, nothing. Nothing at all, sir.
Then why did you say you were leaving?
That's just because... It's only because I started thinking that maybe I was getting to a good age where I finally ought to leave the nest.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Therefore, as of tomorrow, I will not be returning home. Until I find a new apartment, I'll stay at friends' places or hotels, so you don't need to worry about me and how I'm faring.
What?
That way, Sarah and her family will be able to live in that apartment right away.
I see. Yes, I think I understand. Sarah and her excuse of a husband must have said something to you, eh?
No, not really.
Then I understand completely now. Your father will do as he wants to.
What?
I think it'll be for your sake, my child. Everything is going to be all right.
For my sake, what do you mean?
Promise me this. Show up at my apartment one more time in exactly a month's time.
In a month's time, what are you going to do?
You'll know then, but all I can tell you right now is...
Yes?
I have a secret plan in mind, so you don't have to worry about anything.
What? Oh, of course, sir. And with that, Father hung up. What did he mean by secret plan? What was he plotting? I lived for a month with all kinds of thoughts crossing my mind this way and that. On the appointed day, I went back to the apartment. What the? Melanie, what are you doing here? Father told me to come to the apartment today, and so here I am. Huh? No one told me anything about that, and more importantly, I haven't seen Dad at all since yesterday. Huh? Well, in any case, I am so glad you left, Melanie. Because he was annoyed with me, right? I had to leave for his sake. Annoyed? About what? About, well, me. Didn't you tell me a month ago that he was annoyed with me? Huh? Oh, you believed all that bullshit? Huh? Of course that was a lie, bitch. I only told you that because I just wanted to get rid of you. No way. Why in the world would you do that to get rid of me? That's a secret. Why did you do such a terrible thing? Wait, no, shoot. You said something about taking the rental income in your throwaway appeal. You didn't do it for that, did you? I told you it's a secret. If it's true, then Dad would...
Melanie, my dear. Finally home, eh?
Father?
This calls for a celebration, considering how long it's been since you were home. But I'm afraid that'll have to wait. There's something we need to take care of right now.
Huh?
Please, right this way. May we begin, sir? Yes, it can't be helped, gentlemen. Well then, if you insist, sir.
Excuse me? Who the hell are you people?
My name is Sando, and I am a lawyer.
A lawyer? What's a lawyer doing here?
We've come to take custody of the furniture, among other items in this house, ma'am.
What? Now wait just a minute. Dad? What the hell is going on here?
What do you mean, Sarah? It should be natural that people who can't pay the rent money will only have their worthy belongings repossessed by a third party, shouldn't it?
Oh, wait a minute. The money is supposed to be deducted from a bank account.
And from which account, may I ask?
That's...
This account, isn't it?
Ah, that's right, Dad. It's fine if it's just a little bit. Even Melanie was making a good living on her rental income for a little while, right?
Well, her income came from rent, to be sure, and to be frank, it was a lot of it.
Then it's okay for us to benefit a little too, so pay us, please.
But I don't have that kind of money.
Don't you lie to me, Dad. What? What's the meaning of this? Your balance is almost nothing. Where did you put the money?
No, it was this mediocre to begin with, Sarah.
That's not possible. You had a lot of rental income. Sarah, you shut the frick up. The truth is, Dad is...
It's fine, Melanie. Really, it is. I know everything.
What?
Why exactly did Sarah and her family kick Melanie out?
I thought I told you already. It's so that it would be easier to make ends meet if we lived together. What with the deduction in living costs and stuff.
Take a look at this, Sarah.
Huh? Oh, wait, what? Why do you have...
When you guys came to visit our house a month ago, this piece of paper fell out of your handbag, Sarah.
No way. What is that?
Have a look, Melanie.
The rent from 15 families amounts to $9,800. $9,800 divided kindergarten... A handbag? This
This piece of paper contains all that Sarah and Mark had calculated how they were going to spend the rental income themselves.
So it turns out I was right after all. Why, that my sister kicked me out because she was targeting the rental income, of course. And when I looked at the paper more thoroughly, I found an even more shocking fact. I knew it. You had told me to send you my rental income as well, right?
And as a matter of fact, why don't you have a look at the distribution of rental income? Everything is allocated in their damn favor.
Damn, you are absolutely right. And moreover, Father's living expenses of $100? There's no way such a thing can be done.
Looking at the paper right there, I realized that Sarah and Mark wanted to keep the rental income for themselves and eventually abandoned me as another person living with them.
How could that be? Daddy, there's no way I would do such a thing.
Then what does what is written on the paper mean,
It's just a joke, of course. For a harmless joke, you sure were spot on about the amount of rental income. You looked it up, didn't you? But that is... The last thing I expected from these traitors was that they were going to keep the rental income for themselves and then abandon Father after things got steady. It went beyond what I thought was enough in terms of cruelty. So I was indeed extremely heated thereafter.
However, you guys made a very critical mistake.
What?
Your mistake was that you kicked Melanie out.
But it's so obvious that we would. Huh? You're still single after 30, and you monopolized Dad's money regardless. And I didn't do any of that. I don't want to hear any of your stupid damn lies. As a matter of fact, you freaking overspent the money you made, and that's why these freaking lawyers had to foreclose on you. So it's only freaking fair that you pay back all the debt. But listen, as I have already told you, I never used Father's money. Frickin' bullshit! You were always so fond of Melanie in that way.
That's not true, Sarah. I believe I've been taking care of both Melanie and you equally.
Lies! Well then answer me this. Why don't you ever support us?
I have been helping you.
It's not been enough at all, and I want to be just like Melanie.
Just like Melanie,
That's right, we're sisters after all.
Alright, I understand.
Thank you for understanding, Dad. Then could you stop this stupid foreclosure right away? They're really here to take all of our stuff, aren't they?
I can't do that.
What the? So you were frickin' lying.
I'm not lying. I just have no money.
Then where did the rental income go? You better not keep on lying to me.
I believe Melanie has the rental income money.
Just as I frickin' thought. You're giving it all to Melanie, aren't you?
Well, that's how it is, I suppose.
Don't play frickin' dumb with me. Melanie, give me that money. And why should I do that? It's Dad's frickin' money, so I have a right to have a fair share of it too, don't I?
Sarah, listen carefully. The rental income money is not mine.
That's what I've been saying. Half of the rental income money should... Wait, what?
All of that rental income money goes to Melanie, and that's precisely why it's deposited into her account, you see.
What in the frickin' Minecraft enchantment table bullshit are you talking about?
Where does the rental money income go, I ask? Why, to the owner, of course.
That's what I'm saying. It should be going to you, Dad. Why is it going to Melanie instead?
Why do you think the money ought to be coming into my account?
Because that apartment is yours.
No. That apartment is owned by Melanie, my dear.
What?
That apartment is owned by Melanie. That's why all the rent money is transferred to Melanie's bank account.
Enough lying, Dad, please. You bought that apartment yourself, didn't you?
It's true, I built that apartment, but we couldn't keep up with all the money required for repairs and such. It got so bad that I almost couldn't pay back what I owed to some people.
Huh?
And that's when I asked you and Mark if they could help me out. Remember that?
What? Did you really?
It happened, 3 years ago now? You don't remember anything inconvenient, do you? That's when Melanie offered me a loan from her savings at just the right moment.
No way. Yes, it's true. I'm certain Father told Sarah his predicament and apologetically asked to help him. I remember her listening to everything half-heartedly at that time, as though her head were floating amongst the clouds made of $100 bills.
And she made the monthly repayment from the salary she made by working very hard. And now, 3 years later, it is all paid off. And it was at that time that we made various arrangements between ourselves, and that's how this building now belongs to Melanie.
That can't be true.
Would you believe me if you saw this then?
It is indeed in Melanie's name.
And now you understand why the rent money belongs to Melanie. As a matter of fact, what I paid for this time, I got back from Melanie and spent it on what you thought was important.
What?
And now you also understand why I have no money.
Wait a minute. I can't wrap my head around this, but what happens now?
If we had just lived a normal life together, nothing would happen from now onward. But because you were so conveniently convinced I had money, you took the liberty of registering your name on my bank account?
No.
Still though, I left it on the table because I trusted you. But I never thought you would actually register yourself into it.
You set me up?
Set you up, my damn bowl full of jelly! Normally, it should be scandalous to go and register yourself into another person's account without permission.
But...
So this foreclosure is final. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, gentlemen. Please, right this way.
Right as Father said that, Santo, the lawyer in charge for today, and the people who came with him started to seize the property steadily. Inside the house, marking the household goods with an official seal. My sister and her husband were so immensely upset when they saw what was going on that they just stood motionless for a while. Then Sarah pathetically cried and asked for me to help. Please stop! It was all my fault, and I'm so sorry. Please stop!
Then why did you buy it all even if you don't have the money, As far as things go, it's not what you initially said, is it? It's all like brand name bags and high-end suits and shit like that.
It's just that we wanted to benefit a little from what we thought you had too, Daddy. We don't do anything like that anymore, promise.
It's not a question whether you can do it anymore. It's that I don't have the financial resources to buy you everything, Sarah.
Well then, Melanie, my darling, help your sister, please. Huh? I was wrong. I was so wrong about how I thought you were eating up Dad's money. Uh-huh. But I'm so proud of you for working so hard to pay off Dad's debts, Melanie. That was so selfless of you. I stand corrected about you, for sure. But getting my sister to stand corrected is, you know. Since you are that kind of person, Melanie, you would help me too, won't you, your poor darling older sister? That is something that will not happen in a million years. Well, why not? Because you're happier than me, aren't you? I mean, that's not true, honey. We're struggling with money. But weren't you, my own older sister, saying something like, "Oh, I feel so sorry for Melanie because she doesn't have a man"? But that's... Oh, I'll have you know that left a deep wound in me. And on the other hand, you, Sarah, have a loving husband. There is no way I could possibly help such a happy person. There was no meaning in those words, honey. As a matter of fact, marriage will not do a woman any good. I mean, just look at me. Just having that slime bag as a husband is enough to annoy me. Damn, what you say about marriage certainly has changed a lot, I see. I'm telling you, that was... So wasn't that just a pleasant flip over the leaf after she had made so much fun of me? But I couldn't forgive her one bit, so I decided to confront her with more information that would finally be the last straw in this nightmare. By the way, why exactly do you want me to help you? I've been telling Dad the same thing, but... If this is about fancy handbags or expensive household appliances or anything like that, that was something I just got carried away with and bought, but I will not do that kind of thing anymore, I promise. Then let me ask you this. The only money that is genuinely missing is for the private kindergarten, isn't it? Yes, it is. The cost of allowing her to go to this private kindergarten that may indeed be necessary. Well then, assuming she goes there at all, that is. I'm telling you, I'm going to send her to the best school around here. But she won't be able to. What a thing to say. The results haven't come in yet, but... Hannah, right? Huh? The kindergarten is called Buster Trouble Private School. What the... That's the... Indeed, the kindergarten that Hannah has applied for. Why? Why do you know so much? You wrote my name in the box of the application form that says to write down the information of a relative, didn't you? I did. That's why they knew right away that my niece, not my daughter, was taking the test. And soon thereafter, they called me to apologize. Apologize? Why? They said that if they had asked me in advance, I would have advised her on how to do the interview and so on and so forth. What's with that way for words? It's as if the interview was a disaster.
Yes, it was. Oh, but not for Hannah. She was brilliant.
Huh?
It's just that you two completely flunked your interview.
What?
It seems that you two, as Hannah's parents, had a very bad interview attitude. And that's one of the assessment points, of course.
That can't mean… no way. Hannah was rejected?
Yes, it seems so.
There's no way.
So you don't need my help anymore, eh?
Wait a minute. We are in a lot of trouble, and not just about Hannah's kindergarten.
You said earlier that you only needed the costs of her kindergarten. Sarah was so upset that she was starting to mess up and contradict what she had said prior. There was no more of that once arrogant older sister of mine lying her tiny ass off to get her way in life. Everything just seems so simple and so stupid right now. It's your fault that Hannah was tragically rejected in her kindergarten application. It's also your fault that you put yourself in foreclosure because of unnecessary purchases. Why should I help stupid people like that?
That would be… Find a reason, please.
Do you remember what you said when you kicked me out of Father's house?
No, I don't remember.
You said that I was a parasite to Father.
That was just a figure of speech.
When you said that to me, I thought I shan't bother my dear father anymore, and so I decided to leave home. Naturally, one would think so, right?
But that's…
Isn't what you're doing exactly what you claimed I was doing, mooching off of Dad's money and essentially being a parasite?
But I haven't benefited from even a single penny yet.
Me neither, sister. In fact, I'm paying for him, so I'm actually in the negative here.
Oh.
That aside, I think you ought to stop being a parasite, eh?
But then that would mean… What the hell am I going to do with all that was foreclosed?
It's your own fault for making a mistake, and I think you have to take care of it all yourself.
Please, Melanie, please help!
You shut your codfish mouth up now. If you're going to get involved with Father and I any longer, I have some ideas over here. Are you sure you want me to take action?
What? Please, no!
After saying that, perhaps my excuse of a sister and her own excuse of a husband gave up and left. As for the repossessed property, I paid for it all and brought it back home. I thought that if I didn't, Father would be in trouble again with those bastards. And so that brings us to a few years later, when I am very happily married to a nice man named Alan, who moved in soon after the incident blew over. We now have 3 children, and my husband is very fond of Father. And as of now, we are living very happily together, the 6 of us.
Trouble Busters!
Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you very much for your purchase. Well then, allow me to show you to your car. This is not the car I bought. No, sir. This car has premium features, which makes it all the better. Welcome, gentlemen. What kind of car are you looking for today? Oh, I'm not your client today, my good man. I am, and I've been thinking about buying a new car. Is that so, sir? Yes, well, sports cars have become very popular nowadays. What kind of car would you prefer, no. Sorry, but I'm actually looking for that new model of bolster. The new model of bolster, you say? Why, of course we have it, sir. What kind of shit is this? My name is Alan. I'm just an ordinary, shabby businessman, but I'm thinking of marrying Helen, whom I've been dating for many years. To impress her very much, I want to drive and take us to a place under a starry night view and propose to her. I wanted to make the best memories in a nice car anyway, so I came here today to buy a bolster, which I've been dreaming of for a long time, with its newest model seeming to be awesome as always. And yet, something about this shopkeeper seemed off. So you enjoy foreign cars, do you, sir? Very good, sir. You've a keen eye, I see. Excuse me. What do you want? For the second time, a bolster, if you please. Ah, yes, it is a luxury car even when used. About $50,000 it will cost. Now, sir, what exactly are you looking for? Well then, just for now, may I take a test drive? Oh, we don't do test drives at our store, you know. Ooh-wee, that was awesome. Very comfortable.
Well then, darling, let's shake a leg and decide.
You are doing test drives, aren't you? Look, sir, you may have misunderstood, but we don't do test drives of the new bolster. Well, what kind of deranged shopkeeper is this? I think I'll stop buying here. I think I'll try to find someplace else. But this is the only place around here that sells high-end used cars, bro. That's also true. There is one that's about 2 hours from here, though. No, I don't have time for that. I haven't had the time to go look at cars with all the big projects going on. The date when I propose to Helen is coming up soon, and I can't put it off any longer. Screw it. I'm buying. Your newest bolster, if you please. Huh? Wait. You have to be joking, right? Eh? Excuse me, could you repeat that? I heard you say you're gonna buy the newest bolster, you see? And that's exactly what I said. I can't believe there's no mistake. Oh, is it more like a mini car or something? If so, I think you can find them at the toy store just across the street. Huh? No, I want the newest model of bolster that's on display. Are you for real right now, buddy? It's a whopping $50,000. $50,000! A lot of people come crying to me saying that they can't pay their loans anymore. Like hell I'm gonna do that. That's a no-name, no-brand suit right there, isn't it? And what's more, you don't even wear a watch. There's seriously so many people like that, you see. What the? Meanwhile, we have here a decent client with a three-piece suit of a popular brand. His wristwatch must have been expensive too. I can't believe you're still being so modest in such a nice outfit, sir. I'll pay you in one lump sum, so I don't think you'll be bothered. I don't have much time, you see. One lump sum? Indeed. I'm actually thinking of proposing to my girlfriend, and was thinking that going someplace in a nice car would be great. A proposal, eh? Well then, I understand, sir. Excuse me while I go fetch the contract. I still felt ill at ease about this transaction, but I signed the contract with some additional options and went home. The contract stated that I pay for the car right away, and 2 weeks later, the car would be handed over to me. Sorry, bro, for taking me here. Oh, no problem, Alan. I'll buy you dinner, obviously. Hell yeah, lucky me. Welcome, gentlemen. Finally, the newest model of bolster. Thank you very much for your purchase. Well then, allow me to show you to your car. Lead the way, good sir. This is so exciting, bro. That vehicle over there, sir, is what you've purchased. Huh? Where is it exactly? Oh, please, sir, you amuse me. It's right in front of you. What? This is not the car I bought. No, sir. This car has premium features, which makes it all the better. Premium features? You don't know? The red variation of Bolster's newest model is very rare, you see. But the actual bolster I asked for... Ah, yes. I thought it would be too expensive for you, sir, so I took the liberty of arranging something else. A favor, you see. A favor. I was speechless, and my jaw hit the floor without coming back up. I don't understand why this salesman would do such a thing to me. Because, well, I paid the price of a real bolster, and we had a legitimate contract. Alan, remind me, the purchase you made was one of $50,000, right? Yep, this car shouldn't cost any more than a fifth that price. The price doesn't add up whatsoever. I've always wanted a bolster, and this car actually is one, but what I want to drive now is the newest model of the bolster. Oh, pardon me. Is something the matter, sir? Unforgivable! Troublebusters, initiate! Why did you prepare a car that clearly isn't the one we forged the contract with? If we sue you, you'll be finished, you know. Oh, come now, sir. No need for such drastic measures. What are the alternatives, eh? I don't have much time left. If you don't want to get sued, please get the newest model of the bolster ready, if you please. Now, calm down, please, sir. How can I calm down? You're not getting paid much as an ordinary businessman, are you now? Your outfit and demeanor speak for themselves. Sure, my salary may be mediocrely mediocre, but that doesn't mean you should prepare a car different from what we agreed on. That's why I'm telling you, sir. This is a warning. A warning! A warning? You'll get in huge trouble if you can't pay for insurance, taxes, and car inspections down the road, you see. That's why we did you a favor and replaced it with a cheaper one. And I never asked you to do that! I carefully planned into the future myself, and I'm sure I'll be fine. We are doing business ourselves as well, sir. And this is called risk management. Understand? I can manage all the risks myself. It's not like I'm buying something while killing myself in the process, you know? Please don't be so hot-headed, sir. We'll pay you back the difference, of course. What the frick? Yes, we will, I assure you. You ought to save it as savings for another car in the future. You need not worry so much, I assure you. Anyway, can you get the newest model ready as soon as possible? I really don't have much time. That's absolutely what everyone says at first. And then later they say, oh boo-hoo, I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you. I really shouldn't have even thought about buying a car way out of my league. See? And I'm assuring you it will be fine. Anyway, I don't think I can get anything accomplished talking to you. Enough already. Can I talk to someone else? Unfortunately, all of our employees are out of the office. Do you know what this means? The president trusts me fully and expects me to do well with this project. I'm sure of this because I say so. Huh. When will you have the newest model ready? You're damn persistent, I must say. It'll be quite a while from now, it seems. How much is a while exactly? The one that was on display in the store the other day. That wasn't sold yet, right? Well, unfortunately, it just sold the other day, so I guess it'll have to be another 2 months until we get another one. 2 months? That's long past the date of my proposal to marry my Helen. And in any case, I'm the one who probably bought that model first myself. It can't be helped, sir. We're a customer service company too, after all. It is our obvious right to sell to trustworthy customers. No way. Trust my ass, buddy. I've already paid you the money and there's no such thing as trust. You've just mentioned trust. And for a while now, you've been telling Alan here that he hadn't thought about the necessary expense down the road. Yes, indeed. I'm merely telling you how I believe things ought to be handled. Of course, I've taken the liberty of arranging an assortment of luxury foreign car brochures for you, sir. This is too freaking far. You talk about risk management like there's no tomorrow. But in the end, it's all about your own personal hatred towards a certain people. And homeboy over here gets so carried away and puts on so many additional options. I genuinely feel like I'm witnessing the true essence of the ebullient spirit. I don't think I'm that vivacious, though. You ought to know your place, sir. You're embarrassing yourself. What should I do? I'll never make it in time. Do I have no choice other than to give up? Red boasters are cool for sure, but it's just not the same. A proposal of marriage is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let this guy ruin it. I've had enough. I'll consult a lawyer. Consult a lawyer, he says. This is why naive clients, they make mountains out of molehills. What do you mean? Lawyers don't work for free, you know. Understand? It costs money, you see. I understand that. Do you really, though? This world ain't where a lawyer can be hired for $20 or $30, eh? And I'm telling you that I frickin' know that. Please give us a full refund. That's not a good compromise, sir. We prepared a lower class of car especially for you, after all. But that's not written in the contract at all, is it? I wanted to surprise Helen by picking her up in a very nice car. And I myself have been in this business for quite a long time. I'm telling you all this because I'm a good judge of customers thanks to my experience. Could you not howl and howl forever, I'm prepared to howl for days until the problem is solved. Wasted howls. Say that again, bastard. Calm down, Alan. Bro. Don't try and stop me, Mark. How can I frickin' calm down in this situation? Now, simmer down. You there. You just mentioned that you're a good judge of customers thanks to your experience, right? Of course I am. As proof, I would have sold any car to you in a heartbeat, my good sir. Oh, such a pity. What? I understand, Alan. You're indeed leading such a modest life full of struggle. Enough so that all you can afford was to buy a no-name, no-brand suit, right? And then you finally saved up 50 grand and came here to buy a car. It's true that 50 grand yen is not easy an amount to achieve in your savings, but I did my best saving up even by buying bottom-class beer. Congratulations, sir. From now on, you can buy fresh draft beer with all the money you saved. I'm very happy for you. Mark, what are you laughing at? You knew I was saving money, didn't you? No. It's tempting to laugh though, isn't it? We ought to praise him, sir, by telling him how hard he worked. Hey, Mark! Oh my gosh! I think I just laughed away 1,000 calories. You got it all wrong, my good sir. That's not what I'm laughing at all. Huh? What do you mean? What's so funny? The fact that he has a good eye is frickin' tickling me pink and purple. Because truth be told, I'm a part-time convenience store clerk, you know? What? Convenience store clerk? Oh, damn, bro. You really had me. It's true that you're not making so much money right now, are you? Here we go again. You don't have to lie to me just so you can assert this leech, you know, sir. I'm not even lying, dude. No. There is no conceivable way anyone can buy a luxury car in a part-time job. Oh, I see what it is. Is it perhaps because your family is quite rich? No, they're just an ordinary family of office folk. The jokes. You amuse me. I'm only wearing this suit because my older brother gave it to me when he didn't need it anymore. Even that car was given to me as a hand-me-down from that same brother of mine. Your brother, sir? Yep. In other words, my older brother is the Bruce Wayne of the family. I don't even make 20 grand a year, dude. Huh? You cheated me! If you had told me that from the beginning... No, I never cheated you, buddy. I didn't even bother to tell you my occupation because I wasn't frickin' planning to buy a damn car. True that. I certainly wouldn't have told anyone that I worked at a convenience store, and that was my brother's suit if I wasn't asked about such things. There you go. You say you're a good judge of customers, but I'm now certain you mean you judge books by their covers, or people by how they look. I'm stunned, if that's the case. I can do that too, easy peasy. If you've been working for many years like I, a mistake happens once in a while. I'm busy over here, you know? Bruh, now you get upset? I don't have time to deal with two maggots in poverty. Shake a leg, sign your name here, get in this car and get the frick home. And what's going on out here? Mr. President, I thought you had a business trip until tomorrow. The business meeting wrapped up early, so I'm back. Mr. President? Oh, thank goodness you're here. You've come at just the right time. Welcome, sir. I apologize for the delay in greeting you. My name is Oswald, and I'm the president of this whole enterprise. Is our employee giving you any trouble? Ah, pleased to meet you. Is there something amiss, sir? No, there is nothing. Nothing at all, sir. It's all right. It's just that we had a slight difference of opinion. But everything's sorted, and things are proceeding without any more problems. A slight difference of opinion? My sweet patootie bucko. He asked me to get lost in a different car than the one I signed up for, you see. Hey! How dare you shout towards the client of ours? And what is the meaning of this car being a different car than the one he signed up for? Explain all this, Travis. No, sir. This has a reason that is deeper than the valley, the sea, and even my great-grandma Sabrina's stomachache, sir. This is no time to joke around. I don't care about your excuses. Sir, I am very sorry. May I ask you to tell me what's happened from the beginning, if possible? Yes. Let me explain, buddy. Blah 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 blah. So that's what happened. I am really truly sorry about such inexcusable behavior. Mr. President, what the hell have you done? Mr. Thompson, sir, I do hope you can forgive me. I don't know how to put to words how ashamed I am for my lack of supervision. How can I repay you? Hey, why don't you bow down too, eh? No, but they... Shut the hell up! It's all right, Mr. President. We've come to the conclusion that Alan should talk to a lawyer instead. Well, why does it have to come to this? This is none of your business. It is his business, Travis, my man. He is an aspiring lawyer after all. Huh? I am ashamed to say this, but I gave up on this dream once. But I still wanted to pursue my dream, so I decided to give it another try this year. You're studying very hard while working part-time, aren't you? All huge thanks to my understanding parents and manager at work, really. What? I have an exam coming up soon, and if I pass, I'll finally get my lawyer badge. Sir, when do you need your car by? 2 weeks from now. But that's impossible, isn't it? I'm terribly sorry, but I can't say for sure at this point. However, I will hit up every car dealer I know and do everything in my power to get you that car. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Jackpot! I found it, Alan. Huh? What? What's up? I noticed Travis on his phone while he was chastising us earlier. I did a quick search and bingo! Take a look at this! No! Stop this! What in the... About the case of giving the maximum service available to an annoying customer who doesn't know his place in society. I gave him a car for 1/5 of the price we agreed on. But no, all he says in response is, newest model, newest model. Is that all you frickin' say? Am I serving a baby who just learned to speak? Goo goo gaga. I think doomed is an understatement here. Travis! No, Mr. President, no. I swear, this is just a practical joke. I only hoped this would get the word out that I'm a witty clerk, and that we'll get more customers. It's going viral, bro. Just as you hoped. See? What I did was not a mistake, sir. In the opposite sense, I mean. What? Let's see here. A car dealership with a clerk like this. Nah, I ain't trusting them. And it also takes a lot of courage to buy a car. Wait, you mean you changed it without telling? That's a no-go, bruh. WTF. The comments go crazy. Oh, and by the way, thanks to the atmosphere of the store, its location has already been identified, it seems. What? That's pretty bad, isn't it? It would be bad if the post went as viral in a negative way as it did. If they can even identify the where, it won't take long to identify the who. And Mr. President, I wouldn't be so surprised if your name pops up on social media eventually. Travis! What are you going to do about this responsibility? There's been a lot of things on these social networking sites that wind up on mainstream news lately. Like the incident of mouse meat in the buns at a certain store. Mr. Thompson, Mr. Miller, I will make it my top priority to punish who's responsible for this scandal, and I will make sure both of you will be satisfied. But Mr. President, no way. I was only doing it out of consideration for the store. Turning my stomach now, are we? Oh, he's so arrogant. It's actually making me tummy painful kind of bullshit. Stop, 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 stop! Out of consideration for this storm I ass. Whoa, this was all for your own selfish stupidity. I'm sorry. I apologize. I have no excuse. So please, please don't consider firing me. I'm not who you ought to be apologizing to. What's the point of apologizing to me, eh? I'm terribly sorry I offended you. I would have liked to hear those words a little earlier, to be honest. And let's be clear here, Alan. This is merely an apology for self-preservation. And there's zilch, not 1 millimeter of apology for your behavior towards you. I guess that's also true. We'll talk about this later, in a few days' time. Please don't do that. Please forgive me. I have a wife. You know that I might get divorced if she finds out about this. It would be sad if someone you love abandoned you. You understand, right? I ask you on the contrary then. Since you do have a wife, you would understand. How does a man in love feel about proposing to whom he loves, I am leaving today. Can you call me tomorrow to see how things are going, Mr. President? Yes, of course. Afterwards, we discussed the matter through a lawyer, and as a result, it was concluded that I was able to claim damages for default on financial obligations. Additionally, President Oswald also claimed damages from Travis for seriously damaging the company's reputation, and was also issued a dismissal for breach of discipline. In addition, Mark said he would take compensation as well for violation of right of publicity. Since Travis's real name and even his face were known because of his viral social media post, he will probably feel the brutal backlash wherever he goes in the future. And 2 weeks later, please, marry me!
Of course, darling.
Thanks to President Oswald's haste in preparing a new bolster for me, I was able to make the ideal proposal to Helen to marry me. I'll definitely make her happy from now on. Trouble Busters!